Hmm. Okay, hello to everyone that's going to watch. There's nobody here now, but eventually there will be, I hope. Anyway, this is just a really impromptu kind of live stream, and I just want to work on something, and I thought I'd invite you all along for the ride. This is one of those things where I don't really have a plan per se. I have an idea, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to be back to using the turtle module, which is my usual go-to for these sorts of things. Hey Alan, hey Vector, hey Shivam. So basically what I want to do is I want to try and do, hi Ahmed, I want to try and do one of those types of games where, you know, you've got like on the left side of the screen or whatever, you've got like the defenders, and on the right side of the screen you've got like just a huge bunch of enemies just rushing the defenders. So yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. The turtle module isn't necessarily the best for this because of the speed issues, but I just want to try and get an idea of how to code it. I may end up switching to Pygame at some point when I have a chance. But for now, I just really want to try and give it a shot and see how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and import that turtle module. And I'm going to use this because I'm pretty familiar with it, actually. So yeah, I'll stick with that. So, and again, if you see my other tutorials, you should this should look familiar to you, I think. And black, and I'll say win.title. It's going to be, I'm not sure what to call these types of games. There must be a name for them, but I don't know what it is. Buy at Tokyo. If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments there or in the chat. And then I'm going to go ahead and win.main loop. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run this. And Srisrid and Finez, hello, Sharia. I am making a kind of defense game where you've got like people on the left, you got people on the right. You'll see. You'll see. It's everything will be linked down below. Okay, so I've got my game screen here, and it's going to keep popping up probably in the wrong spot, which is going to annoy me, but I guess there's not a lot I can do about that. Let me go to preferences. Again, I am using Genie, and I'm going to go ahead and use execute in the VTE, so apply. Alrighty, so we're going to need to make some stuff. So let me think of how I want to do this. I'm going to go ahead and do a class. I'm going to do a sprite class. And let's see, def init and self. And let's see, we're going to start the sprite off somewhere, x, y. What do I do here? What else does it need? Yeah, let's do that for now. X, y. And let's see, maybe, yeah, I'll have to do it this way. Okay, so self dot x equals x, self dot y equals y, and then def render. So that's where it draws itself. So self dot, let's see here, that's what we got to do. Self dot shape for now, and self dot shape equals, we'll make it a circle, equal shape. I guess we should do it that way. And self. Okay, self dot, oh, right, what we gotta do. It's coming back to me. Yeah, thanks. Hey, coding made easy. Ahmed, yeah, good point. I do need to do that. Thanks. It's gonna be win.setup. Yeah, I forgot about that. Win.setup. And I'm gonna make this one 800 by 400 this time, I think, just to make it a little bit, yeah. Let's see here, pass. Let me try this. It's going to be really hard for me to keep an eye on the chat. Oh, that's really small, dudes. Let's see. Yeah, well, okay, we can do that. We can use that for now. Pacha Hooper, boring. Sorry to bore you, buddy. So you can remove HUD user on this channel. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I did not meet your standards there, bud. Let's see, render. Yeah, so let's go. And let's run it and see how it goes. And ooh, sorry, yeah, Space Arena. I know I'm a little behind on Space Arena. I'm gonna go ahead and make this bigger, 1200 by 800, because my screen's pretty big. So anyway, so let's see your sprites. So let's see what I gotta do here. I'm gonna make a list of sprites equals, and then I'm gonna make some sprites. So for I'm gonna use the random module, random, import random, okay, and for blank in range, let's make 20 for now, and we're gonna say sprites.append sprite, and it's gonna be XY, so XY and shape circle. Okay, and let's see, let's say X equals, so I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 10 over here. I'm gonna do 10 on the left. I'm gonna say defenders, and I'm gonna do attackers. And so we'll say sprite, and let's do shape and color. So self.color equals color. And yeah, these things here, they are optional. I can leave it like that, or I can leave it in there. Hi, Ronnie. You don't have to call me master, but just hey, TokyoEdTech's fine. So I'm going to say x equals random.rand int, and I want this to be on the left side of the screen. So the screen is 1200 wide, so that's minus 600. We'll say minus 500 to minus 300. Minus 500 to minus 300. We'll say y can be anywhere from 300 to negative 300. That's going to be random.randint. Random.randint. And sprites.append xy circle, and these are going to be blue. We're going to make the defenders blue. Okay, and then what I'm going to need to do is make a main game loop. Oops, main spelled A-I-N. And I'm going to make that while true. And I'm going to go down here and say render. So for sprite in sprites, sprite.render. I know this isn't going to work quite yet. I'm getting there. I'm going to try a little experiment here. I'm going to make a pen inside the sprite class. Thanks, Ahmed. This is called Genie. I definitely recommend it. Thanks, Ronnie. I'm glad you like tic-tac-toe. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to say pen equals turtle dot turtle. Pen dot hide turtle. We don't actually want to see it. I'm going to say pen dot speed 0. That makes it as fast as possible. I think that's all I really need. I'm going to try this and see what happens. So I'm going to say pen.goto self.x, sorry, how's this gonna work? I think I gotta do sprite pay World War II reparations. Okay, got a lot of idiots here tonight. I don't know why. So you are done. Sprite dot pen dot goto. If this works, I'll explain it. Self.x, self.y, and sprite.pen.shape, self.shape, and sprite.pen.color, self.color, and sprite.pen.stamp. Okay. Yeah, Finesse, it's easy to get over there. Coding made easy. -1 could be the fastest. I'm going to fix that up a little bit. Okay. And Ronnie, yes, the stream will be saved to the channel. So let me just see if this renders. I'm trying a couple new things I haven't tried before, so I don't really know. Okay, we got an error. Lovely. Okay, the range is wrong. I can live with that. Line 22, line 37. So 37. Why not random? Oh, minus 300 to 300. Gotta be negative to positive. Let's try that again. Okay, well, that is what I wanted. except I did not want the lines, so I forgot to do pen up. Pen up. Okay, so this I'm actually really happy with this. This is something I know I've done sort of like this before. Oh, make a tensor. Why don't you make a TensorFlow tutorial and I'll watch it? Ahmed, stamp is so that I can put the stamp onto the background. You can add a tag property in sprite class object for storing if a sprite is player enemy. Yeah, Vibe, I might do that, or I might use child classes. I haven't decided yet. Depends how much time I have. So let me go ahead and do the attackers. I'm going to go ahead and put this here, and I'm going to make the attackers red. So we have different colors. Now I want those on the other side of the screen. So I want them at 300 to 500 to start somewhere over there. Okay. Hi Ron, where can you learn everything about the turtle module? Have you heard of YouTube? Pen up. What did I do wrong? Nope. Okay, pen up. Does not take a 0. Okay, so you can see here I've got what I hope will be my defenders. I've got over here what will be my enemies. Okay, so this is kind of working. It's rendering the sprites. So what I want to do is I want to give the sprites some kind of way of moving. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Coding made easy. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it simple here. I'm going to give each sprite a heading, and I'm going to give each sprite a speed. Okay, so you can see here, I'm just setting the default to 0 and 0. So in the case of the defenders, I don't want them moving anywhere. Okay, but in the case of attackers, I do. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, how am I going to do that now? Well, this is ugly, but it'll work. Sprites -1. So whatever I just added dot heading equals. I'm gonna set the heading to 180. That's left, and I'm gonna say sprites -1 dot speed equals 1. Just to give them a way to move. All right, you can't. It's harder to make apps in the turtle module. You should probably use the TKInter. Yeah, Ronnie, I'd actually like to do a little AI for tic-tac-toe. I know how to do it. I'd have to sit down and code it again and figure out how it works. I would use a max-min algorithm to do that. But that's probably a summer project. Okay, so what I need to do then is I need to move my sprites. So I'm going to give my sprites a move method. And so it's a move self. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to say self. Oh no, I can't do that. It's not going to work. Okay, so I'm going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to do self.dx and self.dy for the change in x and change in y. If you see my other videos, you know what that means. If you don't know what it means, you'll have to check that out later. So I'm going to do I'm going to do dx. So right now, I just want them to move to the left. Okay, so I'm going to say self.x plus equals self.dx. And then I'm going to leave render at the end. I'm going to say move for sprite in sprites, sprite.move. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Yes, Zlatan, you are correct. All right, here we go. They should hopefully be moving to the left. Okay, and as you can see, they are moving very, very slowly, and we'll fix that in a second. So you can see here, they're moving, but you notice how they're kind of moving on top of each other because we didn't clear the screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to say clear the screen. Okay, so I'm going to do sprite.pen.clear. Okay, so let's try that and see if that works. Okay. Okay, so you can see it's clearing. It's hard to tell, but I think they are moving, but they're just moving very, very slowly. Okay, so those of you who've seen my videos probably know what's coming next. Yeah, I think you can always use a lambda in cases like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do win.tracer, and this turns off the window updates. And then what I need to do here is to update the screen. So let's see here. I'll update the screen. Update screen. Update screen. Win.update. Okay, so let's try this. This might move a little fast. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so the enemies are moving to the left. The defenders are staying where they are. You can see it's moving a little bit too fast. So I'm going to set this to 0.02. That might be a little too slow. You're going to have to figure out like a speed. Oops, that was not what I want to do. That was dumb. You're going to have to figure out a speed that works for your computer. 0.2. And yeah, now that I've added the while true loop, I don't need this anymore. But you'll see that a lot of people will have trouble if they don't do that. Why are you guys so obsessed with what I look like? I look like anybody else in the world. Okay, they're moving a little fast, but that's okay. Well, I'm happy with that. Okay, so what I want to do is to start having them shoot. So that's probably my next job to figure out. So let me think about how I'm going to do that. Okay. So I'm going to have to do... Let me think about this. We're going to need some weapons. So, weapons. Weapons. So let's see, 4 blank in range. I don't know, let's make 10. Thanks, Ahmed. I try. Let's see. I'm going to make the weapons start off the screen so you can't see them. So I'm going to make it negative 1,000. 1,000 y equals negative 1,000. Sprites dot append sprite x comma y. Make a circle, and I'm gonna make just the weapons light blue since we'll be firing from the blue people. Yeah, let's try that. And then the heading should be 0 and the speed should be 0. Okay, we can do that. We can live with that. Let me just run that, make sure it works. Okay, so now the weapons are over. Oh, you can't see that. It keeps popping up the wrong screen. So the weapons are over here somewhere off screen, which is kind of what I wanted. There's other ways to do this, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Let's see here. For sprite and sprites. Okay, so I think I have to do, was it coding made easy suggested this? Type equals type. So we're going to have to add shape color type, and I'm going to say type. Ooh, we can't use type. Self dot unit. I don't know, we'll call it unit for now. Units. Okay. And so we'll go to blue is going to be a defender. Red is going to be an attacker. And this is going to be a defender weapon. And just for now. Alrighty. So. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. What do we have to do here? I won't have to worry about it later. Okay, So, I also have to say self.active equals true. So they're active or not. And for the weapons, they're going to start out not active. So sprites.active equals false. So that should be -1 because I want to do it to the one that I just added. Okay, now let's assign a weapon. So assign weapon to sprite. Okay, so for sprite, in sprite, if sprite.unit equals defender, so if it's a defender, then we're going to see if it has we're going to give it a weapon. We got to figure out how to deal with weapons. We got to find a weapon. Well, okay, this is going to be pretty bad code. For weapon in sprite. Yeah, that's what we'll do. This is really ugly, but it's going to work. For weapon in sprites, if weapon dot type equals defender weapon 2 equal signs. Okay, and weapon, it's not type, it's unit. Weapon dot unit and weapon dot active equals true, and I could just leave that as active, I know. Then I'm going to say weapon dot x equals sprite dot x, weapon dot y equals, so I'm basically going to move it to where the sprite is, y, and I'll say weapon dot dx equals 2 equals 1, like it moved fast, and weapon dot active equals true, and then break. I want to break out of this particular loop. I think that'll do it. Yeah, creative place. Classes, there's a really good video from Socratica about that you might want to check out. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this is pretty ugly, but let's give it a shot, see what happens. Okay, I don't see any weapons. That's not a good sign. Alrighty. Defender weapon. Equals false and weapon. I'm looking for a weapon that is not active. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so there are the weapons shooting over. Alrighty. I know I gotta really redo this. So I'm going to do something here. So if self.unit equals defender weapon, then I'm going to say sprite.pen. Let's need this. Clear stamps. What is it? Shape size. Yeah, shape size. Shape size 0.2, 0.2, and 0. Else, for now, else sprite.pen.shape size 1, 1, 0. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so now we've got these guys shooting over here, shooting at these guys. Okay, so now we got to look for collisions between the weapons and the enemies. And again, this code's really inefficient, and but I can live with that for now. Okay, check for collisions between enemy and weapon. Okay. Hi, Ridwa. Why don't I use sockets and networking in your games? Well, just never got around to it. Plus, you know, it's the problem with it is then you have to like connect through the internet, and that makes it like way more complex. As most people don't know how to port forward. Okay, so for okay, we'll just do it this way. For weapon in sprites, yeah, I really got to redo this. If weapon, let's do sprite. If sprite.unit equals weapon, defender, weapon. Yeah, this is really bad. Yeah, but I'm going to try something like that eventually. I do try to focus on beginners. Let's see here. So I'm going to say for enemy in sprites. Oh god, this is horrible code. I'm so sorry. If enemy.unit equals enemy. Okay, and sprite.distance enemy equals, let's see, it'd be 10 and 0.2, 10 to 11. 11. Okay, so in this case, the enemy is going to be destroyed. So I'm going to say enemy.x. I'm going to move it back off the screen, let it come back. Plus equals 1200. Yeah, 1200. And then enemy dot y equals random dot rand int negative 300, 300. And then sprite dot x equals, put it back off the screen at 1000, and sprite dot active equals false. Okay, so this should shoot and move them off the thing. Omar, I don't know what a private grind is. I'm sorry. Could you explain? Okay, so here we've got shooting. Hopefully they'll kill the enemies. Or not. Alright, let's try that again. Let's see here. Enemy unit equals... it's not enemy, it's attacker. And I know I designed this really poorly, and there's a lot of confusing terminology. I'll fix that sometime. Do I do private classes? You know, I have a personal policy. If you can afford my time, then yes, I will do pretty much anything. I can't do distance. Okay. Okay, so I gotta make a distance method here. Sprite. And I've done this before, so I'm basically just measuring the distance. Distance, self, other. So distance d equals, what is it? Self dot x minus. This is the Pythagorean theorem. Self dot other dot x squared plus self dot y minus other dot y squared, and the whole thing has to be square rooted. Square root, don't forget that, and that's the 0.5 power. If d is less than 11, return true, else return false. Okay, this will figure out the distance. So Omar, if you just leave a message, or if you just want to leave a message you can either contact me through Twitter, or yeah, that's probably the best way. Or you can, if you don't mind sharing your email here, I can email you later. Okay, let's see how this goes. Come on. Fudge. Okay, that did not work. 10. Alright, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, I have equals 11. It's never going to equal 11. Is less than or equal to 11. Okay, that didn't go well. Okay. I gotta break out of this. Yeah, sorry, this code is like really, really badly done. I'm sorry to everybody who has to watch this. So now that's working, but the other things are not working. So okay, so Omar Ireland. Okay, Omar, I'm gonna copy that, and then I will send you an email later. Let's see here. Let me just copy that somewhere. Where can I copy that to? Sorry, give me a second here. Oh, LibreOffice it is. Okay, no problem. Okay, let me just do that off screen so nobody sees Omar's email. Omar, private lesson. Okay. All right, so let me get back to this. So it's not working well. So what did I do wrong? The sprite unit. Something's definitely going wrong here. Yeah, it returns true or false. Correct. It's supposed to, right? Okay, not firing. Why is it not firing? All right, defender, weapon, attacker. All right, let's see. I gotta check this. Print DW. Okay, let's make sure it's getting to this part of the code. I know it's getting this part of the code because it's broken. Yeah. And for enemy sprites, enemy unit equals attacker, and that's correct, right? Attacker, I spelled that correctly. Yep. And sprite distance to enemy is less than 11. Is that right? Plus 2. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that was dumb. Okay. Oh my god, sorry. Yeah, I really screwed this up. If enemy unit... No, I didn't screw that up. If unit equals attacker... and sprite distance is less than or equal to 11. Yeah, let me change this to weapon so I know what I'm doing here. So weapon, if the weapon unit, yeah, this is a really bad code. Unit equals attacker and sprite distance to enemy. Yeah, it should be though. 5.9, I'm pretty sure. Oh, is it? Ah, thanks 5.9. Yep, you got it. Okay, so that was stupid. Okay, thanks 5.9. Much appreciated. And I'm gonna change this to is collision. And I'm going to put the tolerance And I'll say distance here. All right, this is gonna work. Thanks, much appreciated. Distance. I'm gonna put tolerance back. That's a better word. Okay, make it a little bit more general, and I'm going to go back over to here. Thank you so much. And if it's 11, okay. If it is, I also do use a little Java from here and there. I teach Java, I teach Python. Hi, Pranav. Yeah, I could probably do list comprehensions. I don't do stuff like that very often, to be perfectly honest. And Pranav, yes, I do use Linux. And fine enough. Thank you. I could not have done it without you. Let's see. Still got an error, but I can live with that. Sprite. It's now is collision. So is collision. Again, it's partly trying to. Ooh, here we go. And come on. Okay, some of them are working. Okay, that one worked. Why aren't the rest of them working? The other thing, that's working. Okay, the other thing I gotta do is I gotta like reset the weapons when they go off screen. So weapons. So in move, yeah, I should have used child classes. This is my fault. Okay, so border checks. Okay, if self.units equals defender weapon, and if self.x is greater than what, 1200, so 600, that's 600. Self.x equals negative 1000. Self.active equals false. Okay, so that should bring them back to the game. Let's see here. Again, they're passing right through a lot of them. Okay, now it's doing that. Well, okay, we're making progress. Boy, that's annoying. Okay. Yep, I can't use WinSound because I'm on Linux, but yeah, that's kind of where that's at. So let's see here. Yeah, am I gonna have to redo this whole thing? Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix it. So I'm gonna have to redo this real quick. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make separate lists for everybody. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna make sprites list. I'm gonna make defenders list. So I'm gonna say defenders equals a list. I'm gonna make an attackers list. And I'm gonna make a weapons. Yeah. Well, I'll make a weapons list, see what happens. Now I'm gonna make a defender weapons. And I'm gonna make an attackers weapons, even though we're not using them yet. Attackers weapons. Distance between coordinates, that is what I used actually. Just probably did it a little differently. Pythagorean theorem. So, okay, so I'm going to add defenders, and attackers. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but we'll do it like this for now. Okay, and this is going to be a defender weapons and defend weapons. There we go. All right, here we go. Yeah, I could use Pygame. I'm just kind of trying to figure this out, you know. I may switch to Pygame at some point for this. Okay. For weapon in Defender weapons. Okay, I don't need... No, for sprite and sprites, I need to get back to... For Defender and Defenders. Defenders. I don't need this. For Defender weapon. Defender weapon in Defender weapons. Okay, this is going to clear things up. So I'm going to use weapon, keep it easier. So for weapon in Defender weapons, weapon active, weapon active. Okay, so that part should be the same. For weapon in Defender weapons. Okay, I can get rid of that. For attacker and attackers. Attacker and attackers. And if attacker is collision with the weapon, then attacker. Sorry, I'm having trouble following the chat, so I'm just kind of coding here a little bit. And this should be weapon. And move. Now, notice how these are the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move and render in one thing. And then what I want to do here is I want to add all of them to the sprites list. So do I want to do that? Maybe not. Let's go ahead and try it for now, see what happens. So how do you do that? Add to lists in Python. Actually, I don't know how to do that. Going to list. Extend. Let's try that. Extend. Okay, let's try sprites. Sprites.extend defenders. Sprites.extend defender weapons. Sprites.extend attackers. And sprites.extend. There are no attacker weapons, but we'll get to that eventually. Maybe not tonight, but attacker weapons. Again, this is just something I've been kind of wanting to try out for a while. Yeah, it's something that's been kind of interesting to me. Okay, and we got an error, of course. Attacker weapons. So let's try it. For heaven's sake, sprite is not defined. Okay. Weapon X equals defender X. Yeah, this makes the code a lot easier to read. I should have done this from the beginning. So my apologies for writing bad code. Okay, well, that did not help. Coding made easy. Extend allows you to add different lists together. So that's that. So that didn't work. So basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to add defenders to sprites, defender weapons to sprites, etc. So I could just render everything down here, but it's not working. So let's see here, joining two lists. Oh, thank you, you're welcome. Join two lists. Maybe just add it. Let's see, let's try that then. Sprites plus equals defenders. And equals defenders. Let's see, let's try plus equals defenders. Plus equals. I don't know if this is going to work. This is an experiment. And stackers. Alright, let's see if that works. I don't know. So, okay, it's open, but I'm seeing nothing. Oh, I know what the problem is. The render thing now. Self.unit equals defender weapon. Did I still add that? Sprite.pen? No. Alright, well, let's figure this out. Well, it says here you can add to lists, so I didn't think you could do it either. But it says you can join lists by making a third list. So, yeah, it says it's possible. So, okay. All right, I'm just gonna try here. Print sprites. See what happens there. Okay, that explains it. Okay, so something is wrong with this whole thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe you can't. All right. So plan B. I'll figure that out later. But what I'm gonna do is then I have to do for sprite in defender weapons, defenders, and so I'll figure this out later. For sprite in defender weapons, and for sprite in attackers. Is that what it is? There we go. All right. Okay, now we're talking. But then it always comes back down to only shooting one. Now, why is that? I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so because the collisions don't seem to be working quite right. That's why. So it's 11. It's 10 plus 2, so maybe that should be better. But we still have that other problem. Let's see here. Okay, that's a little better. But then it comes back down here and does this. Now, why is that? For weapon. False. Okay, I know I did wrong. Maybe? Well, it's working. Okay, so it works until they go off screen. Defenders, weapon and defender weapons. Okay. If weapon not active, I shouldn't be doing that then. Weapon not active. It's false. It's true. Don't know why it's doing that. Okay, let me see this. So just kind of watching it and trying to figure out what's happening. So it's going to hit, and then it's going to come back. That's good. Okay, so all the ones that go off the screen kind of get screwed up and go back. Yeah, I could add projectile motion, but like the idea is that they're coming across a field. They're not in the sky. It's not, these aren't planes or anything. So yeah, I can do that, but I don't think it fits this particular type of game. Collision. just want to fix this and go to sleep. Render speed. Why it's doing this? Alright, that's not. It can't be in here. It's got to be in here somewhere. All right, let me think this one through. In defenders. Defender weapons. So it's inactive weapon. It moves to that. See, I don't think that matters. No, that can't be it. This is indented a little too far. I hope that's not the problem. Okay. Yeah, it does it every time. Alright, it's only the moving. Why is that not working? If the defender and should have done it that way. Move it off the screen, and then set active to false. I don't understand why it's not working. So frustrating. So here. And sure this matters, but if weapon dot active equals, well, equals true, we don't need that, it's optional, but get rid of that. I'll probably speed things up a little bit. Let's run that. Yes, it is very messy, and this is the process. If I weren't worried about what everybody was typing, I could probably do it a little better. The other thing is I'm trying to avoid functions for now and just kind of get the basic thing working. I'll refactor it later. Also, I'm trying to write something that I think my students could follow. So I have a couple other things on my mind. Why is it doing that? I just don't get that. Do not get that. Well, that's the thing. I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, like, for each defender in defenders, it should keep going. Is that why? Yeah. Now I know what you're saying. Okay, that's where the problem is. I thought this would work. Yeah, what am I going to do about this? Okay, so for defenders, I'm gonna try this, and random dot rand int 10 is greater than 9. Yeah, I know this isn't pretty either. 8. Let's see if that fixes it. Crikey. Yeah. so let's see here. Okay, now it's getting, yes, this is more what I wanted. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, now here's my next plan. I'm gonna make 50 weapons. Alright, now let's try it. Okay, now unfortunately they're all on top of each other. Okay, sorry, now I kind of got what I wanted out of this. And then this should be, I'm gonna make this 100. I'm gonna make this greater than 85. See if that helps. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to give the bullets, the weapons, kind of a random dy. So defender. And this isn't pretty. This is just for practice. Dot dy equals random dot rand int 0 10. Actually, no, negative 10. Negative 10 divided by, let's try 20. See what happens. 0.0. Alright. That did not work. And I'm going to go up to, say self.dy, self.dy plus equals self.dy. That's still not working right. Why is that? Weapons at dy equals random 10. -1 wraps it around to the last item on the list. 5F. 5F. So if you want to get the last item on the list, so what I'm doing is the last item I appended, I want to set active to false, and I want to set the dy. So let me check that out. Python 3. Hello, Harshdeep. So I'm going to say import random. So I'm just kind of testing the random module. So I'm going to say random dot rand int negative 10 comma 10 divided by 20. Okay, so that works. Defender weapons. This should be self.y. Duh. Stupid mistake. All right, here we go. Control Z. Oh, I'm trying. And yes, Ryan, I am using Ubuntu. Okay, that's what I wanted. Yosh. Alrighty, now we're talking. Okay. And then these guys should be back eventually. Alright, this is what I wanted to try. Alright, now I'm happy. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to speed things up. So where do I set the dx? Alright, so this is the attackers. I want to make the attackers, I want to make them 4 times faster. So I'm going to make them 0.8. And the weapons. Make the weapons dx. Where does the dx come for the weapons? Yeah, they do look a little bit like microphages, don't they? It's got to be in here somewhere, for heaven's sakes. weapon DX equals. Yeah, I don't know why did I even put that there. All right, let's make the weapons move that fast. All right, cheats, no problem. Okay, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for, I think. Yeah. Alrighty. Now, of course, they got to learn to aim, but that's a different story. Okay, now let me go ahead and make a ton of attackers. Let's make 100 attackers. Now, this is what I wanted. Now, of course, it's slowing. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. Now, of course, it's slowing down because it's the turtle module. So there's 100 bullets, 100 attackers, 200. Yeah, so we got about 200 plus objects moving on the screen, which is pretty much a limitation. The turtle module is only so fast. Usually it's faster on Linux. So I'm kind of curious why it's actually running that slow. It could be because it's running in Genie. Let me try one thing here. I'm going to go to the terminal. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about the score tonight. Desktop ls cd mass. Okay, Python 3 mass defense. Okay, let's see if it runs any faster. Yeah, not really. Maybe a little bit than it does in Genie. Yeah, Cody, that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll give them this little bit bigger DX and DY than we did with the weapons. Weapons, attackers, and let's give them a range, double their up and down. The other thing we'll have to do is make sure they don't bounce off the screen. So we'll do the border checks for the if self.units equals attacker, so if self.y is greater than 300 or self.y is less than negative 300, and we'll say, we'll just reset it. Well, let's bounce it. Self.dy equals times equals -1. Let's see if that works. Okay, let's make them move a little faster. That's kind of boring. Okay, again, this is basically what I wanted to accomplish. I'm pretty happy, believe it or not. I'm gonna make the weapons a little faster. I'm gonna make the attackers quite a lot faster. I keep. No, I did. Do you think I emailed you, Omar? I've been doing this the entire time. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, now we got some speed. Yeah. Now, of course, because they're firing randomly, it's not giving us a lot of results here. Okay, there comes the second wave. And I guess it would be kind of nice if we could, like, if I could figure out how to get it to aim a little better. But that's a different problem for a different day. I think that's just a little glitch in the turtle module. So let me just speed it up just a little bit more. Minus 2.8. And I'm going to make the weapons move at 10. See what happens. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. I think I can live with that. I can live with that. Yeah, Cody, that's probably the next idea, but it is definitely time for me to go to bed. It's a little bit late for me, so I've got a very busy weekend ahead of me. So anyway, thanks for staying tuned. I will put this up on my GitHub. I will put the link below, and yeah, I assume most of you are subscribed. If you haven't, please subscribe, and yeah, keep on coding. Have a good night, and thanks for your help, everyone. Ciao. If I can figure out how to stop the stream. Take it easy.